History Chapter 1 Tracing Changes Through 1,000 Years. In this chapter, we would form a background to help us understand the various kingdoms that arrived during the medieval period in India. During medieval times, there was an art of map making which is known as cartography. Al-Idrisi, an Arab geographer, his maps were considered accurate till 3rd centuries. He showed small section of large maps. His maps were upside down. For example, Sri Lanka on the top and North India at down. No imagery or text were used. Guillaume de Isles, French cartographer in 1720, he mentioned Kannauj in Uttar Pradesh. Through their maps, it became easier for the invaders to understand the economic and social life of our country and then to plan out the strategies to reach the Indian subcontinent. New and old terminologies. In medieval India, a country was known as Hindustan, named by Minhaj Siraj. Amir Khusro used the word Hind. There were various words that were used which were different from the present day India. For example, in India, foreigner means someone who is not an Indian, but during that time, any person outside given village or territory was considered foreigner. Historians and their sources. Archaeology source: coins, monuments, temples, tombs, ornaments and paintings. Literary sources: chronicles, autobiographies, farmans, account of foreign travelers and manuscripts. New social and political group. The study of the 1,000 years between 700 and 1750 is a huge challenge to historians, largely because of the scale and variety of development that occurred over the period. It was a period of great mobility. One such group of people was Rajputra. Other group of warriors were Marathas, Sikhs, Jats, Ahoms, and Kaitas. Throughout the period, there was a gradual clearing of forest and the extension of agricultural challenges in their habitat forced many forest dwellers to migrate. As society became more differentiated, people were grouped into jatis or subcaste and ranked on the basis of their backgrounds and their occupations. Ranks were not fixed permanently and varied according to the power, influence, and resources controlled by the members of the jati. Regions and empires. Large states like those of the Cholas, Tughlaqs, or Mughals encompassed many regions. A Sanskrit prasasti that praises Delhi Sultan Balban tells that he was ruler of a vast empire that stretched from Bengal in the east to Ghazni in Afghanistan in the west and included all of the South India, that is Dravida. There were considerable conflicts between religious states. When the Mughal Empire declined in the 18th century, it led to re-emergence of the regional states. Old and new religions. Religion was often closely associated with the social and economic organization of local communities. It was during the period that important changes occurred in religion. It included the worship of new deities, construction of temples by royalty, and the growing importance of Brahmins in the Hindu religion. Knowledge of Sanskrit helped Brahmins to earn respect. Islam was patronized by many rulers. Historical periods. The British historians divided the history of India into 3 periods: Hindu, Muslim, and British. Most historians look to economic and social factors to characterize the major elements of different moments of the past. The life of hunter gatherers, early farmers, and early empires was called early societies. The growth of imperial state formations, development of Hinduism and Islam as major religions, and the arrival of European traders, companies was called medieval period. The last era was called modernity, which carried a sense of material progress and intellectual development. Thank you.